Off we go. It's the Ryan Hartson Show on the BWC Network. I am Ryan Hartson. Just broke down the previous games a little bit, the Thursday stuff, some of the big storylines that went on there, because let's be honest. Those games that were played on Thursday, those were the big games this weekend. The stuff that's going on now, I'm not too worried about, you know? We got a few games this weekend. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. We have got 13 games this weekend. Or this Sunday. And so no more bye weeks. Those are done. All 16 teams playing the rest of the way. You got a Thursday night game, Monday night game. And so we'll have 12 games being played on Sunday. And then, of course, the Monday night game, which is huge. Giants-Saints. That's a big one. We'll get to that on Monday. But let's get started with the Vikings and the Falcons. The Vikings going to Minnesota. Perhaps no Adrian Peterson in this game. And Matt Ryan doing a nice job at home. He's only lost 5 games at home or something like that. And he's starting to play a little better. But Matt Ryan, Joe Flacco, I kind of put in the same category. They've got all the tools. There's just something about their mental makeup, and they are never going to be as good as Brady, Breeze, Rodgers, Roethlisberger. They're not cut from the same cloth as the elite. But listen, those quarterbacks that I just mentioned, I mean, Brady, Breeze, Rodgers, Roethlisberger, they all have something in common, and that's that 25 years from now, all 4 of those guys are going to be wearing yellow jackets in Canton, Ohio. So, I mean, not everybody is going to be that good. I believe Matt Ryan is serviceable, good enough to go win a championship with. And if you're a good team, good looking to be a playoff team, you beat the Vikings at home. You win that game. No Adrian Peterson, they should have their way. I like Christian Ponder. I like him more than I thought I would. And I think he's going in the right direction, and that's positive. So, a lot of good stuff there, but I think the Falcons are obviously the better team. Browns and Bengals, not a lot there, man. Not a lot. Not a lot's doing for me. I've been impressed with the Bengals the last 2 weeks. I'm starting to come around, maybe not as much as everybody else was, talking about how they're an elite team in the AFC. I think Andy Dalton's an above-average rookie. I think he's got some nice pieces to work with. I still think it's the Bengals, and eventually they're going to collapse. But you got to win this game. Got to beat Cleveland at home. And Colt McCoy kind of looking like he's a little inept. They need something on the outside. Maybe they'll be that team drafting Justin Blackmon out of Oklahoma State. But, Bengals should win this game. But something tells me the Browns are going to give them a hard time. Panthers going to Indianapolis. The Colts are completely inept. And Cam Newton threw 4 picks last week. So he is looking for a little bit of a revenge game, and Cam Newton's solid quarterback. He completely surpassed my expectations, and he is good. He is a player. He can throw. I'm really impressed with him, and I think they are going to have no problem with the Colts. Houston and Jacksonville, Matt Leinart starting in place of Matt Schaub. That he gets Andre Johnson back this week. Listen, run the ball, play defense, let him throw 2 or 3 bombs to Andre Johnson, and you're going to have no problem against the Jaguars. The Jaguars are beyond inept. I mean, they are really, really bad. And they need a new head coach and a new quarterback, and they just need to move on. I know Blaine Gabbert, and he's a rookie, first-round pick and everything. He is not. I thought he'd end up being better than Cam Newton. Completely wrong. He was really affected by the lockout, and he's been having a hard time. So, Texans should have no problem in this one. Bills and Jets, the question is, Sanchez any good? The answer is no. The Bills are starting to come back down to earth. Ryan Fitzpatrick, we don't have to hear about him anymore. Listen, even I bought into the Bills. I thought, and I'm the ultimate cynicist in the NFL media landscape. I'm the guy kind of saying, oh man, the Bills, come on. The Bengals, I'm still not convinced the Bengals are contenders. I'm still not convinced they're even a playoff team. I'm not. I don't think the Bengals are that good. I don't. I think they're solid. They're probably all right, but I don't think they're spectacular. And when the schedule got tougher, they lost 2 games. So that's just kind of how it is. But you look back in Buffalo. Buffalo, I thought, had something, but apparently they don't. Apparently the Bills aren't quite as good, and they had a ceiling. Like we always said, they're kind of limited, and they have a ceiling. And The Jets suck. The Jets just suck. There's something that's not right with the Jets. And that's kind of how it is. And it's going to be low scoring, one of the more boring football games you watch all weekend. And the Jets are at home, so it's probably why they're going to pull it out. Just Sanchez is bad. Sanchez is not very good. He's just not. And, they missed the playoffs this year. You have another bad year next year. The Sanchez-Rex Ryan experiment is going to be over. You might keep Rex Ryan, but you got to get rid of Sanchez, man. I'm going to give him one more season after this. If he can't do it next year, we're going to start using that bust word with Mark Sanchez. Last game for this segment, Arizona and St. Louis. Kevin Cobb might come back, might not. Bradford's got to clean it up at some point, right? He's got a weapon in Brandon Lloyd. Hopefully they clean it up. Hopefully the Rams start going. The sacrificial lambs got to clean it up. Because the Rams were supposed to be pretty good this year, but I guess not. But, a lot of injuries and a lot of bad play. And they're not drafting a new quarterback, but you need somebody. They got to get something going there. And, maybe they won't. Maybe it's time for Spagnuolo to go. Another failed experiment in the head coaching realm. They haven't had a good head coach since Mike Martz. They haven't had a serviceable head coach since Mike Martz. How pathetic is that? Really. Tampa Bay. Oh, no, never mind. I'm done. We'll save that for the next segment. Good stuff. We'll pick the games after the breakdowns next. I'm Ryan Hartson. It's the BWC Network.